and welcome to the Lineage 2 Revolution booth and our 30v30 Fortress Siege event. I'll be your host, Gaily Weed, and I'd like to welcome to the stage my co-caster, our resident Lineage 2 Revolution expert, Dreadnought. Hey, Dread, how's it going?
It's going. You know, I even got an applause. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah, you should. You should. Everyone's excited to see you cast. We got to hear you cast yesterday, too. I'm excited to get things going. How about you?
I'm so ready for it, man. These 30 vs 30s have been so fun to be able to watch. And, you know, the Chiefs, or the leaders and the Kings just going around trying to just get the group together and win the game has been really entertaining. It's so chaotic, but also really cool to see that kind of teamwork.
Well, you mentioned the Kings, and we should bring them out here. We've got a couple of special streamers, broadcasters, your fan favorites who are here to lead the charge. In the red, representing Clan Beleth, let's bring to the stage Trump. Hey, Trump, how's it going?
Hey, it's great. I'm really looking forward to this one. I'm bringing all my experience from World of Warcraft raiding, 30 versus 30. I'm going to be able to lead the team to victory.
You think you're going to be able to defeat our other king, too?
Should be easy. I'm doing 3 of these today, so I'm looking forward for a 3-0.
Ooh, well, good luck to you. I'll send you back to the stage now. Why don't you introduce now our blue king?
Oh, on the blue side, looking for some redemption after yesterday's results. The king for Clan Harding. Give it up for Chief Pat. How's it been going?
Oh, it's good. I'm hearing about Trump saying this is going to be easy, man. I'm a mobile gamer. He stepped into the wrong domain right now. This is going to be easy work for our team.
You don't feel like yesterday is kind of bogging you down, kind of, you know, sitting in the back of the mind, or are you ready to go? Just new slate today?
No, you know, the connection at TwitchCon, I'm going to blame that one on lag. So I think now that the connection's all fixed out, this is going to be easy work.
Lag is the excuse here, Gilly.
All right, good luck, Chief Pat. We'll send you back to get ready.
All right.
Now, a lot of you may not have heard of Lineage 2 Revolution yet, and that is okay. The game has not been yet released. But to get you more introduced to the game, let's check out this video. I get chills every single time I watch that trailer. Lineage 2 Revolution is a true open-world MMORPG on mobile. And the graphics are absolutely incredible, just stunning. They are built on the Unreal 4 engine, and it is beautiful to behold. I was blown away when I first loaded into the game.
Absolutely, and just like, I feel like the 30 vs. 30s are great cases of those amazing graphics and kind of the Unreal Engine and what it's capable of. It's just been so awesome to watch these, hack and slash major spells, AoE, just from all over the angles of the battlefield come to life, and they're so pretty in the process of kind of being displayed there in the game.
And while this game has yet not been released in North America or Europe, it'll be released on November 15th. We found that out yesterday. It has been available for quite a while now in the Asian markets. And as you're about to find out, it has done very well there.
300 and 1,000?
To add to those impressive stats, there's a little bit more. Yesterday, our stream was the #1 Twitch feed, and largely due to the insane, amazing battle that you are just about to see. So let's start with the rules. Drad, why don't you kick things off?
I mean, the first thing to be focusing on when looking at the Fortress Siege has got to be that there's two major they are...
The Holy Artifact.
There we go, Holy
Yeah.
Artifact. I was going to say the Holy Grail, and I was like, that's not it. It kind of is a little bit there. The Holy Artifact, imprinting on that with the King. They're on opposite sides, and that is the win condition.
Yeah, so it's so important that the Kings stay alive, that they're able to make it, because the Kings are the only people who can imprint on the Holy Artifact of the opponent's side within their fortress to be able to take the win of the game. But there's a lot standing in their way of getting to their opponent's base.
Specifically the Tier 1 and Tier 2 turrets, and then the gates that those kind of block off, and there's the steps that you need to take, and take those out first if you're going to get that imprint.
Yeah, and there's nothing to tank the shots of those turrets. So it's up to you as the warriors, the frontliners of your team, to try to tank that so that you can take those down. But talk to me about the center of the map, because there's some other objectives there too.
Yeah, the middle of the map really is where all the action seems to be happening here with the Fortress Siege, and rightly so. There is two major buffs that you're going to be able to want to imprint on top of and pick up for your team, and then also the Well of Refreshment, so you can constantly get those heals and be ready for action.
So let's talk a little bit about the strategy for the teams now going in, because there are a lot of potential new players who are playing this for the first time. When you go in, you've casted now 2 of these Fortress Sieges. What would your advice be to these members?
I feel like, without a doubt, the most successful teams that we saw out of the games yesterday were the ones that were working as a unit. And I know that sounds so, kind of cliche, basic strategy, right? Work as a team with your teammates. But these guys, whenever they're communicating heavily, especially the Kings going like, guys, we want to push on bottom, group, recollect ourselves, those were the teams that were the most successful.
Yes, it seems like communication is going to be a key factor, especially since with 60 people inside of this, it can get a little hectic.
Yeah, as a guy who played professional video games and was a shot caller, like, I have no idea where to begin with this level of communication. Do you just yell at everybody and be like, no, listen to one voice? Do you build like small 5-man groups and kind of go with your own like squad and micro team? I have absolutely no idea where to begin, but obviously we're gonna have Trump and Chief Ad up there to at least wing it here for us and set the tone.
So you step out of the spawn point, you spawn into the game the first time. Where are people gonna be headed?
I mean, the first thing I went to, at least, was questing. I was just immediately like, I gotta get stronger, right? Like, it's an MMORPG. You immediately want to step up, look for those levels, get the quest going, and grind out the gear.
We're ready for the battle. Best of luck to both teams. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, the 30 versus 30 Fortress Siege, as we saw for Clan Belith here in the red, clumping, ready to just, start the action off. It is so awesome to watch these teams, the floodgates open and just clash all throughout those objectives on mid.
They run out of their spawn point, and we are on the way. Now this will be a 15-minute battle, and if there is no imprinting on the Holy Artifact, we still do have another win condition.
Yeah, now win condition is the deaths and kills that we see at the very top. If you do not get the imprint onto the Holy Artifact, then suddenly whoever gets the most kills will in fact be the team who wins. And right now, talking about kills, Blue with a hefty lead early on there with 6 kills, but look at this strategy Red Team's going with a heavy amount of siege.
Red Team is going straight to the towers. They have foregone the altars that are in the center. The imprinting is happening for the Blue Team, and Red just wants to go straight in and try to take out those towers. And without members defending, this is a slow response. Even some of the members of Red Team slowing down the brunt of the Blue force. They're not able to go in and try to defend.
And look at this, just teamwork from both of these teams. I'm so excited to see kind of the evolution from the gameplay of yesterday here into today, because both of these teams, though they have different approaches to win the game, they are very much sticking together, as I was saying, as that unit and creating that death ball to gain momentum. Blue team going ahead in the kills, but I'm concerned about their structures. Losing both of those turrets is a very big setback.
Yeah, it will mean that they have to take care of this lane for the rest of the time. Red team has already been able to take down one of the towers at the Holy Artifact. This is so fast.
So much damage. Yesterday, we didn't even see a game where they got the imprint onto the Holy Artifacts. And that is because it can be interrupted. It is not just something that immediately happens. The king walks up, it's 20 seconds, and the blue team can do anything that within their capability, usually just damage, getting the kill, getting a stun. And so we're going to have to see them making sure that they always keep an eye on wherever that king is roaming, because this is the fastest game I've ever seen.
Rangers and Mystics in the back.
Yeah, because Red has opened up this base so fast, they're not necessarily having to worry about the respawns like we were seeing yesterday.
Yeah, the respawns with the 10 deaths that you kind of gain for free, there suddenly comes a 30-second cooldown, and it gets worse actually beyond that. I know, it sounds scary. 30 seconds is a long while, but it just gets worse and worse. Every death beyond that point, staggering your death timer longer and longer, up to a cap of a minute.
Sager, we're pushing him out.
A minute is a long time to wait when you're wanting to spawn back in just a 15-minute game. We've got a trade on the altars on the buffs.
So one thing I want to say is it's very scary. See the blue team pumping in the gate itself? That means that their area to move around from their AoE spells is literally non-existent. It's very important that they either take a step back into their own base and avoid that, or at least break through this. But there is a huge wall of red health bars there waiting as the red team is just unleashing
We're up about
everything
30 kills right now.
One
We're
nice
holding
thing
them
is
up
that
well.
Blue Force is able to stay alive through this and take out a lot of the members of Red. They should have a lot of time to be able to get something done in that amount of time while Red is respawning back on their side of the base.
And it's just really now, the question is red team going to be applying the same pressure to the same area? Because it's only a matter of time where blue team with those death timers and that spawn zone being so very close that they should be moving up and essentially getting that damage out there. I just expect them to get that pressure out onto the front wall of the red team.
Well, let's check in with our kings right now. I want to check in with Trump, our leader of the red side. Hey, Trump. So it seems like the strategy so far is you've been just to go straight to the towers. Is that the case?
Yeah, that was a good opening push. Right now, we are going to try to take control of these towers. On the bottom right, we're going to need to defend red, but get ready to take on those altars. We are controlling them right now. One on the opponent's side and one on our side in 5 seconds. We need some defense on the bottom right, though. Bottom right, team. Bottom right.
You can use the mic for strategy. That also works. Is it a concern at all, the kill count as of this point?
It's fine. It's fine. We have control of the middle. We're going to defend the bottom, then we're going to push back up on the right side.
All right, best of luck with that strategy. What's going on over on the blue side?
It sounded like you guys got a lot of strategy, but I'm sure Chief Pat's got some strategies of his own. Chief Pat, how things been going? You've got a lot more coordination here today from your game yesterday. What kind of changed?
Yeah, we got a good push going down the right-hand lane. They stormed us early, which was a little bit tough, but I think we're turning it around, taking their towers. Things are looking good. I'm sweating everywhere.
I've heard you guys just yell at you constantly, giving the shot call and communication. I also saw you kind of rallying up the troops, if you will, with a war cry before. You want to elaborate a little bit more on what was going on there?
Oh, we had a little bit of a team chant. We're Team Tribe, apparently, so we're holding it down right now. And yeah, things are looking good. Team morale's high right now. We got to capture some buffs, but we're in it to win it. Let's go.
It seems like your guys' main focus has been on kills. Do you guys have any intent to maybe shift the focus onto structures later on, or it's all about just establishing dominance on your territory?
Right, we definitely wanted to mark our territory in the very beginning, which worked out pretty well, but at this point we got to pick up some buffs, and we got to figure out where these guys are. They're at the buffs right now. Let's watch out. Okay, I need to get back in this.
It looks like Chief Pat is figuring out some of the strategy here, Gilly.
This is the best that a blue team has ever done. Yesterday, both times, red team was the one who was victorious, and it's usually the team that is getting a lead in these kills, the team that's able to take it. Blue team has been steadily increasing, although it is a very close game.
It is a very, very tense one here between the two teams. Red team clumping up here to the top left-hand side. A pretty significant amount of damage went into that structures there.
Keep together, left tower.
Take a minute there. Thank you for taking a minute to appreciate that pause. The blue team has gotten the clump up, and I want to see them move outside of their base game. They're doing a great job of getting those kills, but I do feel like with so much damage onto the structures and the accelerated pace that the red team has set for this game, that eventually that imprint is really going to be a realistic win condition.
Yeah, but how much concern is there, though, for the red team, or for the blue team to move outside of their base? They have to keep at least a few people in watching their base, correct?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would do, right? But also, I've only gotten to play about 5 games, and I am no pro. I've still been figuring out, like, do you like just 5 or 30 man as much as you can as a unit, because it feels like you make the biggest plays, but also there's always that area for the lone hero to kind of go for the back door. We even saw Swifty try and do that yesterday as the king for that imprint.
Yeah, there is a chance maybe that we see blue move out even further, although they are sitting around the spring of recovery. But in 20 seconds, one of these altars is going to be back up. There's a whole lot of red here hanging out as blue is trying to stop them from killing this tower.
That's a lot of damage, Gilly. I don't know if they're going to be able to stop this damage onto the artifact tower. If that thing goes down, that means that there is no defense left here for the blue team to be able to stop this. Look for the king. The king is the person who is going to have to get that channel when Trump decides to walk in and get the click here, but at least the blue team, it looks like they were able to hold off for now.
I'm amazed at the level up of strategies just from one day to the next.
It's insane, actually. Like, we went yesterday where everybody's like, well, we're just trying to figure it out. And today, Chief Pat's going in like, no, we have a name. We've got the whole thing going on. The strategy's going in. Trump has been getting enthusiastic as well. It is awesome to see kind of, you know, the fun and enjoyment of this game mode just overtake everybody.
Yeah, Chief Pat was even hanging out up in the front. Hanging out in the front, trying to pump people up, getting people excited for his blue team, and that strategy has been working out famously for them. They continue to lead the charge.
And so with these buffs now spawning into the middle, we just saw the imprint onto the Sapphire here for the red team. There is still one imprint available into the middle section. I think it's going to be crucial that red team tries to get that, and with the double buff, just using that death ball strategy onto the bottom lane, they only have one holy artifact tower remaining. So maybe that's the moment where we need to see the blue team step up and get control over that middle the same way they focused on in the first couple of minutes.
Yeah, it does really seem to be that as we get closer and closer to the end of this game, that red is going to have to get the imprint of the holy artifact, while blue, they have that advantage of just making sure that they can defend that. But without the towers, this is a serious problem. There, though, that's going to help getting the Altar of Earth.
But it looks like these teams are dead even. Same game plan for the two of them as we see the other imprint there for Clan Harden. A lot of damage going around here around the Spring of Recovery. And the Spring of Recovery, it does do a lot of healing, but by no means is it not enough to be able to not die around. These teams with this many people, if you get stunned, you're probably just going to go 100-0.
They've got about 10 people on this right-hand side.
There are several different ways to receive healing within this game, besides just the Spring of Recovery things like potions, but those also have a cooldown.
They have a cooldown, and it's 15 seconds, I believe, is the standard cooldown, and ultimately, it's enough to, if you don't fight around that cooldown, you will die. I constantly noted myself going, is my pot up? Do I have the CD up? And if so, I would walk out, I'd get the healing pot, and then I'd walk back to the Spring of Recovery and just constantly cycle that cooldown, trying to defend those imprints.
Yeah, there's not only cooldowns for the potions, but also even with your skills. There are some longer cooldown skill-based heroes that you want to go out when you can drop all those cooldowns at once do a lot of damage and then try to retreat back, especially if you're a ranged hero.
But hold up here. Look at this battle that we see into the middle section of the map. Still kind of catering towards that top right half that the red team has been so very interested in. The blue team cannot let up this skirmish. They are so close to losing their holy artifact, but they do have that 15-minute win condition with now securing nearly 100 kills over Clan Bella.
Yeah, let's check back in with the Kings one last time. I'm going to go over here and talk to Chief Pat, who has been looking good with the team. Chief Pat, how are things looking on your side?
Things are looking pretty good. Kill count, we're about 100 kills up right now. They've had pretty good objective control, so we're trying to rally around them and catch up, but we're even on altars, so I'm feeling pretty good. As long as we don't get outmaneuvered, I think we're in a pretty good place.
I've been hearing you talk to your clanmates a lot. What are the things that you've been telling them to do at this point?
Everyone's been in pretty good synergy right now. I'm just making sure we're sticking together and focusing on the objectives, especially when the buffs come up, and I think we've done pretty well to stay together as a team, so hopefully we can bring this home.
What type of character have you been playing? Have you been more frontline, or in this case, are you playing on the backlines more?
Yeah, I'm playing backline right now, trying to dish out as much damage as possible, sending my guys in like bodyguards, hopefully throwing down for me, and it's worked out pretty well. And let's see if we can pick up this win.
Finally, any words for Trump at this point? 5 minutes left.
Good luck. That's all I can say.
Very nice words. What's happening over on the red side, Dread?
We have a lot of communication here. Trump is shouting out, giving the shot call on the strategy. Trump, what are you thinking right now?
They might be ahead on kills, but we're going to try to go for checkmate. Right side, let's go in.
Right side seems to be the call. What, has your big strategy and your goal overall so far within this 30 versus 30?
We are simply trying to control the objectives. We're going to try to push in as a team. The goal of this game is, after all, to take out their base. We might be behind on kills, but that's fine. If we just take out this altar, they're done.
So you're saying that you have full faith that you guys are going to be able to redeem this and stick it together?
Sure thing.
It looks like there's a lot of optimism coming up from this side here, Gilly.
One red member went in all the way into the force of the blue, just trying to take down the turret, but wasn't quite able to get that. So it's one last member of red here as they push forward. But the wall of blue just will not be stopped. They've been able to keep that final holy artifact turret alive. It's so close to death at this point, but red's still trying to get in.
Yeah, it's such an interesting mechanic with this tight chokehold. It's very important to not trying to get clumped, because look at how much damage like Dyrus alone was able to do up into the front line. Yes, it does end up costing him his life eventually, but it was not without a significant amount of damage out there. And that is typically with those kind of melee rogue characters that we see wanting to clump up into the middle of the units and get their dots out, get their damage out there, because specifically the Dark Elf, whenever you go into the rogue spec, you have an absurd amount of damage. That's been my go-to. That's what I've been playing since day one.
I like playing the rogues too. The dwarf is kind of my jam though.
Yeah, I've heard it, a couple of times. You seem to be on the dwarf hype train.
What makes you say that?
No, it may or may not be that you have literally claimed everything dwarf since beginning to end.
I don't know what you're talking about. But talking about claiming things, the altars, we've got one claim for the red. The nice thing about red pushing forward so constantly as they have been is that when they retreat, they can't try to grab an altar like that, but blue's still able to get one. Looks like the imprint's just about to finish now.
But we are rounding what is going to be the 2-minute mark. The final imprints onto the buffs have been taken. 100 kill deficit for Clan Bella. Do they have the opportunity to get the comeback here as you see them trying to use that synergy? Blue team really winning with this small kind of micro skirmish on this aspect of the map, dominating over mid. It is essentially only bottom lane seems to be the win condition remaining here for the red team.
They have to get in there if they are going to take this game. 2 minutes remain, less than 2 minutes, as blue confidently is marching forward to take control of the spring of recovery.
Gilly, look at this red team. They're going for a huge flank down below. They're trying to split them up.
They are. They're splitting up. Blue immediately responding, trying to head back, flanking back around. They know that it's just 1 minute, 30 seconds left.
They know that it's 1 minute and 30, and they are going for the old Hail Mary, trying to get that damage. But look at that blue team. They have been prepped and ready. They are saying, not today here. The King not even able to move up. It looks not even close. A very good wipe. The only thing really to claim of their own, though, was that last artifact tower here for the red team.
Clan leader still alive for red in the base, trying to play at that range, same as we saw from Chief Pat. So making sure that he can stay alive. He has to stay alive if they are going to have any chance at this point of being able to claim this holy artifact.
Just look at the action here. Huge Earth Spike coming out from the dwarf. The damage is real, but 1 minute remaining. The red team, if they keep throwing their bodies at them this way, the blue team is very much on to the game plan here. I just don't know where are they going to be able to get the comeback. The shot calls are being made from both sides. They're not giving up.
Left hand. Left-hand side.
Hearing from both of the Kings. It's so close.
On that crystal and on the right-hand side.
I think it's going to be blue. I think we're going to have our first blue victory.
Yeah, we may. Blue team trying to get that clutch out here. Now 30 seconds remain. If this goes to 0 seconds, the blue team, the team with the most kills, will in fact be our victors. It's only if they can sneak past and get that channel, but now 20 seconds. Gilly, it's just so, I don't know if they can do it.
I think you're right. This will be our first blue victory. Chief Pat looking for that revenge as we count down 10 seconds remaining as the blue team staying strong in their base. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations to Clan Bella and their king, Chief Pat. Chief Pat, come on down. Join me. Chief Pat, come on down. Join me. I gotta get some strategy info from you. Congratulations, I present to you this victor's board that you weren't allowed to have yesterday. Now you have redemption. Nice. So I immediately want to ask, we saw you come in yesterday and play. You did not win. What kind of takeaways did you have for today? Because I saw you just pumping up, constantly communicating with your team even before the match.
Yeah, I think the communication was really good today. We made it an effort to be talking to each other. The whole entire team, you know, kept together. Our death ball was just OP, and really everyone was pitching in. Not just me with the microphone, but everyone was pitching in. So it was a whole team effort, and I'm really happy to win this styrofoam board. It means a lot.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. I mean,
beautiful.
Look at the construction.
It is.
Sadly, I'll have to take it away from you, but for now it is yours. For now it is yours.
Nice.
So did you guys always have the idea that you're going to win off of kills, or was that kind of an adjustment of strategy after you guys lost towers so fast?
Absolutely. So we started off with a pretty massive kill lead, and once we had that kill lead established, even though they had the buffs, we knew we could start fighting them off and make sure that we kept that kill lead alive. So it quickly transitioned. We were going to try to push down their towers to basically a KDA match, and we wanted to just hold them off of our base. We knew that was their only win condition, and that one last altar protection was really crucial for us to get that one buff.
Well, it worked out well. Congratulations again. It was a really exciting and fun match to get to cast and watch. Guys, that's it for our 30v30 for now. Up next, we're going to have some open play, so if you're out and watching, feel free to come on up and get some play. We're going to be going to that right after this.